Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to participate with you in this video. One of the most important strategies, one of the most fundamentals strategies that will help you to learn any language. So of course any language in just 30 days. Well, let's say if you are learning French at the moment, you're learning Arabic, you're learning English at the moment, one of the most common language that people are learning at the moment, which is English, of course. And if you are learning English at the moment, I think these strategies might help you to just get started and take your learning seriously. These are the strategies, of course, that I'm applying at the moment to learn French. I'm learning French at the moment, and I think these are the strategies which will help you to level up very quickly. If you are one of those people who they procrastinate from time to time, I'm going to participate with you something that might just change the way you think about learning a language forever. And have you ever wanted to learn a new language but felt overwhelmed by the process? Maybe that it could be quite difficult. Maybe you've been tired before or just given up. Well, today I'm going to just give you these strategies, and I will be breaking down for you. And in this video, I'll walk you through the proven step by step and the strategies that I use from day-to-day life that help me to learn French all of the time. And I think it could be any language, by the way. If you want to learn any language, you can implement these strategies and apply it straight away. But if you use the right methods, if you have your methods that you use from day-to-day life, that's totally fine. And I think this probably could be one of the methods that you use all of the time. And it could be one of those that you don't use it at all. But stick around to stay tuned. After you've watched the video, you'll be able to know exactly what you are doing and what you're not. Well, without further ado, let's get started. And before I get started, please, if you're new to the channel, consider that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and also click the bell so you don't miss any weekly videos. And well, what kind of strategies are you practicing at the moment? Well, for me, you have to set a clear goal, okay, and commit to it. For example, let's say before you even start learning, before you even get started, what you need to do, you need to define what language that you want to learn. Let's say if you want to learn French, you want to learn Arabic, you want to learn English, which was one of the most common language that a lot of people are learning at the moment. And it could be even work, relationships, or even personal growth. Something that you are committing yourself. It could be habits, who knows. But once have got a strong reason, commit to it, okay? And write down, say it out loud, and remind yourself daily, it's from why will you keep this kind of strategy, and it will keep you going, of course, when things get tough. And I think the action, you have to just to take action, because it's all about taking action, right? And SMART goals, say specific, measurable, and even achievable and relevant at the same time. For example, if you say that I want to learn French 5 minutes every day, or having conversations with other people, for example, native speakers or non-native speakers in French for let's say 30 minutes or less than 30 minutes, that's okay. It could be English as well. So, and leading up to the next step, which I think this is one of the most important ways that you might want to learn, and you might want to immerse yourself, okay? Immerse yourself in the language. You don't need to travel, you don't need to immerse yourself in the language. You have to just immerse yourself in everything, really, and surround yourself with it from every kind of from a very first day. Like, change your phone, okay? Setting, listen to music, or even watch YouTube videos. Like, you might need to follow social media accounts, target that language. Let's say if you are learning French or you're learning English at the moment, you want to follow those people who they are teaching French, right? And you might want to consider to change your phone language into English, whatever language you're learning. The more you see and the more you hear and the more you use the language in your day-to-day life, the faster you will pick up the language. And I think like starting to follow these steps will help you to kind of to just master the language even more better and in more natural way. And I think that's really fundamental if you're just starting to learn. And one of the most fundamental ways that I think people that don't follow is right there for you, but you don't follow it. But I think it's really hard to just stay consistent and stay kind of immersed in the language, the essential phrases. Let's say, forget about learning Ender's vocabulary list. And instead of focusing on high frequency words and phrases that you might actually need in conversations, think about what you say or what would you say when introducing yourself, ordering food, asking questions, or even doing like kind of making directions or even making small talk. Like you have to create a flashcards with kind of from day-to-day life, vocabulary, phrases, slang terms, whatever, and use them daily, like 80 to 20 rule. Learn like 20% of the language that will use in 80% of situations. That's really fundamental. And if you follow these strategies, if you follow these steps, you'll get there. And also, you have to speak from the day one. What I'm talking about here, speak from the day one. Many learners hesitate to speak because they don't have confidence, right? Because they feel kind of instead not perfect. But waiting is a mistake. It's absolutely a mistake. But you start with the speaking from the day one, even if you don't know kind of the language even more better. The more you practice, the faster you will improve. Find the language partner, for example, I highly recommend to use an app called Hello Talk, Tandem, or even italki. If you're just repeating phrases at the first, speak out loud every single day. That will help you to imitate the language and to speak more naturally, and you will get there. Trust me. Use the shadowing technique. One of the most fastest ways to learn a language and to improve your pronunciation and fluency is shadowing technique. This involves listening to native speakers and repeat after them what you hear immediately and mimicking and like kind of just imitate the intonation and pronunciation at the same time. It like trains your brain and mouth to produce sounds naturally. And that's really kind of, I would say, one of the most important and one of the most fundamental ways. And I would highly suggest to practice this technique. What you need to do, you need to listen to podcasts, find a YouTube video that your target language, along with like a speaker, try match their rhythm, their accent and their pronunciation closely at the same time. And I would highly suggest you how to think in the language. If you always translate in your mother tongue, if you always translate in your native language, you will slow yourself down. Instead of you start thinking directly in your native language, let's say for example you have to describe what you do, things that you do from day-to-day life, and what things around you, how are you feeling, or even journal. And I think you have to just start your day by journaling, and that will help you to think naturally in the language. Example, even sentence like, today I had a coffee, a really simple sentence that will help your brain to train and think in the language more effectively. And I would say you have to just speak it. and you have to take the challenge. However, you have to embrace mistakes, have fun. What I'm talking about, fear holds other people back, but guess what? Mistakes are there to help you to learn and to learn from them. For example, learn from them and of course move on. Enjoy the process and make the language learning fun by watching movies, playing games, whatever, or even singing songs in your target language. What I would highly suggest to practice this technique, what you need to do, you need to record yourself speaking and listen back. Notice any patterns of mistakes and work on them to improve them. Okay? If you don't work on these skills, you will stay in the same place. And I mean, that's it. I think these are the fundamental strategies if you want to learn any language in your 30 days. Well, of course, I think in 30 days you can't just learn a language in 30 days because there's a lot of things need to be learned. And if you follow this roadmap, I promise you, you will be amazed by how much progress you will make in just 1 month. Well, the key, of course, is the consistency, and just 30 minutes a day can lead to incredible results. And I mean, that's all about it. And if you found this video helpful in any way, please let me know in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also click the bell so you don't miss any weekly videos. I've got a lot of things coming up in the future videos, and let me know in the comment section below what language you're learning at the moment, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye.